Hej världen! Jag heter Zack the Demon Lord. Hey world, it is Isaac the Demon Lord, and yet again another YouTube video. And in this YouTube video, have we got something for you today? We'll be taking an intermission break in between the paganism series for a very special mark in time. If you follow my channel, which no one does at this point, you will know that some of my YouTube videos, we have 4 of them so far. I think, yes, 4 of them so far that have to do with my hair. And it is that time again. That's right, as you can guess from, it's in the title, but as you can guess, today marks the 2.5 years of me growing out my luscious locks, my hair, and because of that, it is going to be a good day today. I am very happy that I have hit this time mark. But yeah, so what to expect with this video? Well, if you watch my other ones, you kind of more or less know what to expect. We will first be actually switching things up though. I want to let my hair down more quickly, and so we shall first start out with the timeline. We'll start with the timeline. You can see the journey of my hair, since that's what most people would click on this video for and you're most interested in. And then afterwards, I will let down these luscious locks, show you it from different angles and styles, and then we will get into other things. And what I think I'll do with this video is I will first, where my hair is a lot longer than when I first started, even within this half year it has grown quite a bit. I feel I made some major improvements. We will go into how to make a ponytail, or my version of a man bun. It's not the normal version you would see on TV or media or around, but I do my buns a certain way that's just easy for me. We'll go into that. I'll talk about some personal things that I've noticed with my hair in general, and then we will end on the boring stuff. If you want to watch it, you can. If not, I understand. We're just going to go into this is some general facts about hair. But without further ado, here is the timeline. my hair. It is long indeed. It has been a long 2.5 years, but it has been worth it. I love my hair so much. It means a lot to me. I think I have really bumped myself up in the looks department. Not all would say that, but personally I like me with long hair, and of course with the beard. One major difference you could probably obviously notice from then and now is halfway-ish into this half-year stretch, I did trim the beard down. The reasoning for it, although I don't have to give you a reason, it's just like the last time I did a similar thing, except for this time I actually went out and got some actual clippers for it, instead of just using a pair of scissors and, this looks about right. Instead of doing that, what I did is, I got the clippers and stuff, trimmed it down. But anyways, the reasoning, it was at a point, my beard was really big, it was getting down to here, and my hair was maybe reaching halfway. I was like, personally, I think the combo looks best when the beard is shorter than the hair, so I achieved that. I trimmed it down to the level where now the shortest of hairs kind of dangle about an inch or two below, and the longest ones are a good, I don't know, 3-4 inches below. Not that any of my hairs will necessarily be like super longer, but as I haven't had a trim or anything on my hair, there are points in my hair that obviously, like especially like the lower parts of the closer it is to the neck area, obviously with the time it's had to grow, and since it's like, if you think about it, that's like a few inches below where your bangs are or whatever. It appears longer. It isn't actually longer, to my knowledge, but it appears longer. But yeah, and that'll be very clairvoyant here in a moment. But yes, let's let down the hair. So we're going to give you a different vantage point, starting now. Alrighty guys, you now have your new vantage point here, and we will let down the hair. First off, I'm going to take off my glasses, because this will make this an easier process, although I can't see the camera right now. But we shall let down the hair. Okay, now it looks halfway decent. Now, glasses. We shall put these back on. Alrighty. So like with the last one, to showcase my hair, first start by doing the trying to middle part everything, where everything's kind of coming out front, which honestly, because of my glasses, I don't do very much. But yeah, this is what it looks like from the front when I do this. I don't know which direction, but one side, back, and another side, and then now facing you lovely bunch again. Now, when we take everything, tuck it behind our ears, and do that sort of thing, swoop it back, front view, side view, back view, other side, and then I face you a lovely bunch again. Now, while I'm up and about standing, as said, I want to showcase how to do yourself a ponytail, or my version of a man bun. The process will just really be me doing the man bun, and then I just kind of explain the process of the ponytail itself, but it's more or less the same thing with the way I do it. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to turn around, but usually with most of these cases, and I can even do it in this case, I don't know why I'm not right now, but you want to grab yourself, and I happen to have it to the side of you, hairbrush. Yeah, start out by combing it back or brushing it. Make sure you're getting the sides. Obviously, it would depend if you have an undercut or something, but if you're like me, you don't, because grow it all. Okay, so what you're now gonna do, you're gonna be careful to not let anything go from your sideburns area, but you swoop everything like this, and then now I'm gonna turn around so you can kind of see it from a back view. Sweep everything, sweep, sweep, and now your goal is going to be to find a place roughly in the center of the back of the head, as that will be a pretty good meeting place for all your hair. But just keep sweeping until you think you got most everything. And I think I got everything for the most part. What you're gonna do, remember to have your hairband kind of worn as a bracelet. So you carefully slide it underneath your fingers and everything. Slide your hair through, and then pull it, twist it, pull the hair through the hole, pull it, twist it, pull your hair through the hole, and then for the man bun that I kind of do, pull that maybe halfway and I'll let go, and it ends up looking like this. And then can't turn this into a ponytail by just pulling it the rest of the way through. And then you get something that looks vaguely like that. Now, if you wanted to do a ponytail from the start, it's the same thing, but just go ahead and pull the hair all the way through. Let's see, anything I can mention in general. Also, if you're just doing a ponytail, with a bun, I can't quite just do it like this, but the ponytail, it just kind of more or less depends where you want the ponytail coming from, at least at my current length. So whether I wanted a high ponytail, a mid, or I can even do one from the bottom parts of the hair, it doesn't really matter. Nonetheless, the ponytail will happen. However, it's not the same case with the bun. I am not able to do a low one, only from high or low, or like the middle area. That's about it. But yeah, that's it for this. We'll go back to where we were, and then we'll discuss hair and all that jazz. Yeah. So, you're back down here with me at ground zero. Let's talk hair. Things I've noticed. I mean, I know I mentioned like before, the longer the hair gets, the more commitment it takes. Your hair, it's going to do some really annoying things. With fans, you know, hair is going to blow in your eyes. It's not always going to stay where you want it. Let's see, I mean, you have to blow dry it. You can't just let it air dry. I mean, you could, it would take forever and it wouldn't look great. But for the most part, you need to blow dry it for it to look pretty good. I've noticed lately, I don't know if it's just the season or what, but my hair's been getting greasy really fast lately. Let's see other things about hair that I've noticed recently. I mean, there's not really much I can add. I think the only other thing to keep in mind is if you do end up with longer hair, it would work better the bigger the beard. The reason I mentioned that, not that I think it looks nice right now, but when I first trim things down, especially areas on the side, because what I did was a kind of a goatee effect, really chopping down the sides, and then with scissors and like straightening out with the shaver, kind of just evened out the goatee area to be a reasonable length. But especially with the sides, though, as mentioned, it was pretty bald, and so one thing I noticed with stubbly hair is when your beard's stubbly and you have long hair, your long hair likes to just stick into those stubbles. So that is one thing I have learned that was not fun to deal with, but now I know. Let's see. I mean, only other things I can mention is if you have a job, some jobs it'll be easy. Like my job, I could have my hair down if I wanted, but I've noticed it's easier to keep it up, just because where my current job is very laborious. I get sweaty fast, and if you do get sweaty and you have long hair, your hair will like to sit in the sweat, and then it just soaks it all up, and then you get a really just greasy mop of hair at the end. Trying to think what else tips I can give you and things. I guess we could talk about showers. As I've said before, from what I have seen, the healthiest practice with, it doesn't matter what length of hair, but you shouldn't really be showering too often. Now, I'm not going to go into the full spiel, but essentially, when you shower, what happens is the soap takes out the oils, and then you end up with a dry scalp or whatever. And then now if you do it at a fine pace, it's not too bad. However, if you're doing the normal, what they suggest, they meaning society, of shower every day or every other day, what you're doing is you're constantly ripping the oils out of your hair that your hair needs to be healthy, and it just really, that's what causes dandruff and all these dry scalp issues, is that you're ripping it out so fast that your scalp feels like, okay, well, if normal production of oil isn't working, I'm going to go at twice or triple the amounts to make sure it's as oily as it can, and that's where a lot of our issues come from. And so what I do is I try to take a shower every like third or fourth day is what I'm going with currently. Sometimes it's every fifth day, but it's usually like every third or fourth. Let's see, anything else I can mention? This isn't really hair, but more relevant to beard. As far as what I've been doing lately, and this pertains to mustaches in particular. One thing that happens with mustaches is the longer they get, the more likely they are to want to join you in, well, not necessarily you, but your food you're eating. And so it'll catch on your food, and then you'll be trying to bite down, and your mouth will kind of get stuck, because obviously you're like, ow, ow, pulling on mustache hair. That don't feel good. So that's one thing to keep in mind. There's not really much else. I mean, pretty much said most of the stuff in my other videos. There's nothing really too new. It's just getting longer and longer. And yeah, nothing much more I can say. I mean, it looks nice. But yeah, I guess outside of that, I could just report the facts that I have learned before, and the shower one was one of them. Let's see. I mean, the longer you grow out your hair, make sure you have a hairbrush rather than a comb. When your hair is dry or whatever, it's better to brush it out. I have noticed though, what I'll do is with showering though, is I'll use a comb. Comb my hair straight while I'm in the shower and all that, and even when I'm blow drying it, one trick I'll do is I'll comb it while I'm blow drying it. It helps it keep straight and not tangle up as you're blow drying. Let's see, if you live in an apartment or home with a smaller bathroom that doesn't have great ventilation, one thing you can attempt to do is to have a fan in the bathroom. We have a smaller one of those Vornado fans, and what I'll do is as I'm blow drying, I'll have it facing me. It dries my body off as well as or dries my body more, as well as helps to provide airflow for my, especially the back of the head, more airflow, and that helps to dry stuff more quickly, and also get all that steamy air up to your air vent in your ceiling so it can cycle out better. Also, in that regard, if you can, if you're alone, it's obviously fine, but if you're with others, it kind of depends. Have the bathroom door open as you're doing that, so that way, you know, normal temperature air can flow in and help regulate things better. Also, if you can, I tend to take my showers at times when no one's around or everyone's asleep. What you can do though is not have anything on. I don't know how else to say that. Don't wear clothes. This is just a personal thing, but I feel like I dry faster that way. I mean, you don't have to do it that way, but I definitely dry faster that way. Letting all the air flow in and having all that sort of stuff going, that helps to dry it faster. Let's see, what else? I mean, outside of that, yeah. Going back to the facts, your hair will roughly grow, whether it's beard or head hair, at half a foot per year. I'll pull out my ruler just so you can see what that looks like. So straightened out, everything above my finger, that is what you'll be growing, which again doesn't really mean much to you without a frame of reference. I guess I can compare it to my phone. I mean, it's not gonna really do you much good, but here's a frame of reference. Well, here's a phone compared to half a foot. So yeah, I don't know how good a frame of reference that is. I mean, you can grab a ruler too and check, but that's roughly how much your hair will grow. Now that's when straightened out, which is going to pertain to your genes, which is, whether we want to pretend to exist or not, is going to be very relevant to your specific racial and ethnic background. Certain, ethnicities will tend to have certain genes for certain different types of hair. I mean, my people are known for wavy hair, which, as you can see in the bottom, there's some slight curlage. This is part of wavy hair. I mean, it does look fairly straight, but it's not like pin straight. Like, you can see there's like some curve going on. This is the characteristic of wavy hair. And so my hair is going to show a lot more than, for example, someone with actual curly hair. Think like of an afro or something. Your hair is going to be all bunched up. Some individuals will happen to have straight hair, and then their hair might look a little bit longer. Because, like, watch, even when I pull this hair, like, it's probably an inch and a half longer than when I just let it lay as is. And like, even with this beard hair, which is curled, like you can see there's a lot more difference with this because beard hair is curly. And so when I straighten it out, it looks significantly longer because in a resting position it is bunched up. And that is one thing to consider, is depending on your hair type, it'll take longer to get like this. And you might need extra tools that I don't necessarily need. I don't know how else to put it. It is what it is. Other things. I don't think there's really much else I can say. I mean, the only other thing I could say is personally, because I had seen stuff about it, I try to use products that use biotin, or I think it's called keratin, which are some sort of vitamins that help your body to produce hair and nails and skin and stuff like that. That's what I personally do, is use hair products that have that. I haven't been taking any gummies or anything like that. I've just been doing the hair products that are like that. Aside from that, I don't really have much else to say. Besides, if you're just starting, just heed my word. This was a 2.5 year journey. This right here, which is kind of stereotypical, like you've just gotten too long hair. Now, my last video I also thought it was long, but I feel like this is about where you actually start to consider it to be long. Of course, next video I'll call myself out again, but this is like that classic Marvel Thor length hair. Anyways, I will tell you this, once you get to even at the 2-year mark, like this last half year, I've not been as bothered. But I need you to know, the first year especially, and even the second year a little bit, you will be a very impatient man or woman. I mean, this is obviously more of a hair video for men, but if you're a woman watching this video, that's fine too. Just know, if you're starting from ground zero, it's a long journey. You have to be patient with yourself. If you want to trim it, you can trim it. I personally haven't. This is all natural from the last haircut I've gotten, and it looks fine. So just plan your haircut is one thing I could say that you get before your hair journey. I would say let the top of your hair reach about the middle of your eyes first, and then let the sides and back grow. I feel like if I had done that, my hair would be more evened out, but it's fine as it is. I think it looks great. Definitely has a very natural look to it. I don't know. C'est la vie. I don't know what else to say. It looks great. It is a long journey to get this far, and I'm not even done. You think this is my goal? That's not my goal. My goal is someday we'll be coming to at least here, if not longer. So I've got years ahead of me before I'm where I want to be. And this beard, I'm hoping for at least below my chest level beard. It's going to be epic, but it's going to be a long journey. We're talking 6-10 years, bro. So if I can be patient, I know you can. Just have faith in your hair's ability to grow. Just be patient, wait it out, it's worth it. You know, haircut culture here in America is definitely a thing. There's a lot of people that they get uncomfortable even after a week of having their hair. Don't be that person. Let your hair grow. Just tell yourself, woosa, woosa, calm down, and you'll eventually get there. But yeah, nothing else to report or say. Just enjoy your hair. Cherish your hair. I definitely cherish mine. I'm very happy with what I have currently, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share, subscribe, like, all that jazz, and we'll see you in the next video, where we will continue on with the paganism series, starting now the magic practices. But until then, hey-do.